So let me get this straight. First, you believed that the police had his phone tracking him all the way to the Idaho 4 murder house. Now, I'm hearing a lot of you people say, well, Bryan Kohberger probably left his phone in the forest that now Ann Taylor and the other expert is saying that Bryan Kohberger probably went to because he went there on an almost nightly basis. This brings up another issue. By the way, I'm thejbgunner and this is Crime Time. I'm not doing any of the editing today. I ain't got time for the overlays and shit like that. If you motherfuckers want to support channel, links are down below. That's on y'all, man. Let me say this, though. You people just don't stop. You people just don't stop creating whatever the fuck you want to create. This is why I call y'all dummies, man. Now we have people legitimately saying that Bryan Kohberger, let me put this way. We have people legitimately saying that they believe that Bryan Kohberger took his phone, took it to the mountains, took it to the woods, and left it there as a cover. The same people who believe the FBI, who believe the police, who believe all of this shit, who believe that the car that they tracked was Bryan Kohberger's. Now that there might be evidence that Bryan Kohberger did not go anywhere near Moscow that night, that he went to the forest to do some hiking or some stargazing, those same people, the guilters, the sacks of shit, they are literally saying, well, he might have took his phone there and left it and then went and killed him. You people have no life. You get no vagina or no dick or no nothing. There's something wrong with you. What kind of sense would that make? We talked yesterday about all you people believing, not reading the affidavit, right? Or not reading the court documents, right? So you think he went to the weed shop. So I had to sit here and argue with a bunch of you motherfuckers that wanted to argue whether Bryan Kohberger was a stoner or not. And they're like, well, that's what he did. He went to the weed place and then went to the forest to smoke weed. What made you say that? You just made it up. Just like you're just making it up that he took his phone and somehow dropped it off in the woods and then went and committed the murders. This is all you people keep doing. And you wonder why I call you dummies. Now, I don't know if there's any evidence that proves Bryan Kohberger was in them woods, and I hope there is. I genuinely hope there is. That will shut all the guilters up. Not really, though, because as you see here, they just come up with new shit. The conspiracies continue. So let me ask you a question, okay? So you believe that he went to the woods, dropped the phone off in November, in the woods, left the woods, went and murdered the people, and then I heard you people say he went back there and that's where he disposed of the murder weapon and his clothes. Okay. So why didn't his clothes have any blood on it and why didn't it get on the car? And then I hear some of you people saying, well, Bryan... I hear some of you people saying that Bryan Kohberger couldn't have been in the forest because it was closed. I go in closed forests all the time. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The forest is closed. The forest is never closed because you can hike through it and camp through it if it's that type of state or national forest. Just because you can no longer park in said forest or in their parking lots does not mean the forest itself is closed. It may mean the trailhead is closed. The parking area is closed. Any real hiker already knows this. Every real hiker already knows this. But here's the thing. Did you actually Google to see if it was closed? Maybe we should do that. But let me also ask you, because another thing I keep hearing is not just the closures, as people are like, well, how do you know his phone was turned off? I didn't say his phone was turned off. I said his phone could have lost service, as most of us do in wooded areas. Unless you have Verizon, and I'm not shilling Verizon as a hiker, I'm telling you. Verizon is the only service that even remotely works in the woods, long term. But even that typically loses. Now, I had a woman by the name of Pamela who follows this channel. Yesterday, she took the ride to from Pullman to that forest. She said halfway to the forest, she lost service. I find that very interesting. Because ain't that what the PCA said? Is that Kohberger's phone shut off south of Pullman, south of Pullman? Isn't the forest south of Pullman? Interesting, ain't it? Interesting. All I'm going to say is this. Look, the conspiracy theories that you guys keep building, and this is why I don't make Idaho 4 videos every day, is because ultimately it's just people making up shit now. I typically only drop Idaho 4 videos when there's actually news drop. That's why I do all my work all day on all my other channels. Because there's just not, you guys don't follow any other stories, so I don't even really bother much putting them here. But most of the point is that here, everyone's just creating something out of nothing. And I get it, it's fun. But here's what I see in the comments section. I see those same people literally going after other people for not believing in their fuckery. Last night I did my video, yesterday, on the alibi. And I'll be goddamn, after that video where I was talking about the idiots saying that Kohberger took his phone to the forest, they actually was in the comment section saying it. Well, how do you know he didn't take his phone to the forest? Man, you're a dummy, man. Why wouldn't you just leave the phone at home, running, instead of take it to the forest where it would cut out? You're not very smart. If I was going to thug it out and I was going to be a criminal, a Tyrone or something, I would leave my phone at home so it says I'm at home. So that's an actual alibi. I wouldn't take it onto the road with me to a place where it would cut out and then leave it there. But you people keep saying it because you're fucking dummies. Look, man. I might make a Sebastian Rogers video because that's another thing. People are, in fact, no, I'm not. You people keep whining. Sebastian Rogers' parents went shopping. Man, the kid's been missing 2 months or whatever the fuck it is. The motherfucker's dead. Even if the parents didn't do it, they'd still have to shop. But they bought a bike, JB, so what? You guys would complain if they bought whiskey. Why are they drinking? Well, maybe because their kid's missing and they need a drink. You people are fucking insane. And harsh, with all due respect, you're like, but think about how it looks to the world. You mean these Cheeto-stained fingered motherfuckers? Who the fuck cares? If my kids was missing for 2 months and I hadn't found them yet, I would assume they were dead. You think I shouldn't go buy a bike because of how it looks to these people? What people? What people do I respect so much? Or should you respect so much? Or should you care about their opinion of you so much that you shouldn't go buy a bike? Because you're afraid of how it looks. You're afraid of the optics. Maybe that's the difference between me and a lot of y'all. I don't give a fuck about how things look. I don't care about the optics because I don't respect any of you motherfuckers to the point where it's more than me. I don't look at any of you as better than me, nor will I ever. So if one of you has a disapproval or disagreement with how I live my life, even if it was bike shopping, why would I give 2 fucks? Who was some fat lady at home eating Cheetos and shit, watching YouTube videos to tell me shit about anything? I've never cared. Nor should you. You shouldn't care about what the world sees. Horse said because the world is watching. So what? The world can suck my dick over and over again. True story.